In this video, I'm sharing ideas on how to pack your art supplies for travel. Hey guys, in this video I just wanted to share with you some art supplies that I took on a trip out of town, and I thought it would be helpful for anyone who might be traveling and wants to do artwork while they're on the go. I'll show you my supplies and one of the books that I had with me to look in and to use as a reference for some of my sketches. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to use or bring with me were my watercolors, and I decided to bring this set. It's a Winsor & Newton, and it's the landscape set. It has a variety of colors, but they are basic palette. I also packed in my little art kit, I packed these water brushes, and it looks like a lot, but when you're out and about you might not be able to refill your brushes, so that's why I like to bring several, and a mister. I also kept some number 2 pencils and a Derwent Onyx pencil to draw with when I was sketching to paint watercolors. The next supplies that I chose were my pencils, and I packed them in this little clear pouch so that I could see what was in there. And let's see, I'll take them out so that you can see what types of pencils I chose to bring with me. Okay, so the first pencils that I chose to bring with me are the Derwent Inktense pencils. You can draw with them, and they are water soluble, and I use them like paint, and I had a nice variety of colors that were in a dry form, so I didn't have to worry about having wet paint with me. I also decided to bring this collection of Derwent drawing pencils. They're one of my favorite colored pencils and drawing pencils. I just brought that small collection of those with me. Oops. The next set of pencils that I brought were these Prismacolor very thin pencils. I like these for drawing and getting like precise marks and sketching. They're an assortment of colors, and I just pick them up a few at a time to add to my collection. I brought this Lyra water soluble graphite because it gives really nice dark marks. I just kept it in this bag because when I was traveling, if it was already wet, I wouldn't have to worry about it marking things up, because it does get really dark marks on things. Not that it's staining or anything, but I just wanted to keep that with me in that bag. I brought these clip art and drawing pencils with erasers on the back, so I wouldn't have to worry about where my erasers were and everything. Everything was just in this little pouch, and I could keep it together neatly whether I wanted to draw or if I wanted to use the Inktense pencils for painting. The next kit that I had made up for my trip was this one. It has my, I'll open it up so you can see it better. It has my tape, artist tape, and glue sticks, and a little small pair of scissors so that I could use it for collage or cutting pages down. that I wanted to work on. I have this little container of pastels. I just put all the Caran d'Ache colors that I've collected, and I have some wax China markers and other wax pastels, crayons for resist, so that I can use that when I'm drawing with it, and then adding the watercolor, it will make a resist, so I could have more complex things to work with. I also had in this kit a transparent tape for taping things down that I found, or taping down my collage pieces. And I just kept everything in this little clear container. For drawing and recording my artwork, or sketches, or words that I wanted to write while I was traveling, I decided to bring the sample paper I got. I also brought this small journal. I brought a separate pencil case to keep together with these. They're just a variety of softness, and I just kept them all together, and this is the erasers in there. I also brought this, I kept the packaging for this. It's a mixed media sketchbook. I brought that with me. I didn't do a lot of drawing, but I wanted to show you that, and I'll just show you the other pages in just a second. This journal has a lot of pages. I think it's mostly for writing and drawing, but I did a few pages of swatches just to see how the watercolors would react to it. It's I can't describe the paper really. It's definitely something I would use for sketching, and that's another swatch page, but I would definitely use it for sketching and writing more than watercolor. It's not that it won't work, it's just I personally think it's better for dry media. This mixed media sketchbook surprised me because I wasn't sure if it would work very well, but this is the back page that I did with swatch marks of the materials I was taking with me. And right here, sorry about how the camera is, but right here you can see the wax resist that I was talking about, the colors that I brought to do the wax resist with the watercolor. For inspiration or for reference, I brought this Blooms, Butterflies, and Birds magazine. It has a lot of different information, and I really love the photos in it. It was really nice to have it with me because I could just look through it over and over and find different things I wanted to practice, and just look at the colors and the shapes of the different images to give me an idea of what I wanted to sketch. Most of the pages that I worked on, I also did some writing in my journal pages, but it's kind of personal, but I wanted to show you some of the work that I did. Hopefully you can see this one. This is a spread I did with the drawing pencils, and you can see I was just practicing drawing what I saw on the pages. This is a watercolor I did with the Landscape Winsor & Newton watercolor set. It was from, I referenced one of my relatives, their plant. It was growing so well. I thought it was so cute, so I took a moment to draw that. This is another drawing. This one was with the Derwent pencils and the Prismacolor pencils. I hope you liked seeing that quick overview of what I took on my trip, and it gives you an idea of things that you might want to pack when you travel so that you could still be creative or still work on your artwork without worrying about having a lot of wet paints. You can use things like the colored pencils, the Inktense pencils, the Lyra water-soluble pencils. You can make a little pouch if you want. You don't even have to bring all that. You can make a pouch like this with your water brushes, a small watercolor set, pocket watercolor set, and a mister, and your pencils, and even that alone, this alone could have been good enough for my travel. But I was glad that I had a variety of media with me, and also my little kit of pastels and tapes and scissors, just to add interest to the pages that I created, along with this magazine or any other magazine that you might like, that you would want to take with you on your travels. So that's it for today, and I'll see you again next time.